Osh, hazme caso. ¡Qué rico! Sabroso. Riquito, riquito. Delicioso. Come and dance with me.
And now, the only midday show for people eating a pizza alone in their underwear. It's Desperate Losers.
Thank you, Howard. Welcome, everyone, to this Thursday, July 3rd. We're looking at Bruce Springsteen's Keister here from Born in the USA. And with me, creeping out on Bruce's butt, it's my good friend, Chris Creature. How you doing today, Chris?
You know, I'm usually I'm at a 6, but I'm at a 7 today, and I feel good about the cards.
I like it. I like it. A lot of fun stuff going on today. We've got some brand new prizes. 2 new prizes got unlocked on the prize board. And then apart from that, we also got we got to look at some street team stuff. I forgot to do this on the last episode, so let's get that out of the way. So we got this submission from Shifty Merchant. He put
Love
this up.
this submission.
It's like on the side of a cargo container in what looks like a hairy strawberry. I'm not sure what the deal with that graffiti is, but
I feel like it's like it's a vortex of graffiti. Like you could step through it and end up not a place with good graffiti, but like maybe a place where all the children do.
No, I mean I can't tell. Is this writing? Is this pubes? I don't understand what is happening.
I think it's what you want it to be. You know, I see like sort of a horseshoe ghost with blood. He's angry. Wow, what does that say about me? That's not a great Rorschach test.
I see a strawberry nutsack. So what does that say about me? I did mention we do have some new prizes to look at. Let's take a look at the leaderboard before we do that, though, because people have cracked 1,000 big time on the last episode.
Yeah.
We have 3 kings, in addition to Sleeve, of course, the king of kings, above 1,000. Shifty Merchant, 1,128.5. Sun King, 1,101. Pooh Stew not far behind at 1,017. Visc at 827. Avi at 803. Bon Appetit at 480. Clark Ear at 410. Alien Bob, 465.5. And Jubacus at 430. And with those points, folks can buy
Desperate Losers. Prize wall. Christ alive, there's only one hidden prize left.
That is true. I don't know if we're going to be adding another row, but the new prizes for 850 points, you can get those one of those bottles of authentic. This is blessed by a Miami Babalao. This is a Santeria oil that supposedly brings you luck. Hasn't brought us any luck, but the kind of more exciting prize on the wall for 1,000 is we now have the return of the Scratcher wallet. I have made a Scratcher. This is a literal piece of Desperate Losers history. I have made a wallet. It holds 4 credit cards on each side. I'll give you a little sample of how that works. I like that this music is perfect. It's like a
it is. It's like
50s soap opera.
Nice.
Look
It
at
gets
that.
some nice shopping music. I
Look
like
at
it.
that.
Honestly, you did a great. The craftsmanship on this duct tape wallet made of scratchers is much higher than I was expecting. If I'm being honest, I mean, I should have. I feel bad saying that, but
No,
I didn't know what to expect, and honestly, it's great.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not the best wallet I'm gonna make. This is only the first one, and there's something else that comes with this wallet, and that is because this is a handicraft made from scratchers live on air. You want to be able to prove to people when this show blows up big that it's real, and that's why we are giving you a certificate of Desperaticity. So the wallet will come with this. Anything that we make on this show that's one of a kind is going to get a certificate of Desperaticity. And because this is my first wallet, and there are mistakes, Chris. There are mistakes throughout this wallet. I'm not going to lie. Because this is my first one, and I know that like future ones are going to be better. I'm up in the stakes. I'm adding a 600-point value. This wallet is going to come loaded with Kojak trading cards. 3 Kojak trading cards in the wallet with the certificate of Desperaticity. 1,000 points for the wallet. Surely the greatest prize other than being the executive producer on this show.
You know, I think it's great that the wallet has flaws. It's kind of like those Persian rugs where there's always an intentional mistake, because to make something imperfect would be to be an affront to God. So I'm glad that your wallet also has small, let's call them intentional flaws.
This wallet is guaranteed to be an affront to God. Guaranteed, as this show is. We have a new game on this show that is almost certainly going to be an affront to God. I'm going to throw the number up because, oh, hey, there's Avi. Where's my mouse? Avraham, how are you doing, sir?
A little tired from eating lunch. Curry rice.
Nice. Avi,
Oh.
how was LA? Tell us all about it.
Spoiler alert, I like New York City more.
I mean, to be expected from any New Yorker.
The film selection, I want to make it clear, LA is amazing in terms of, the Hollywood studios and the amount of film history present in those studios. The tour was amazing. I went to Paramount and Warner Brothers and Disney and Sony, Columbia, whatever it is. And I think Sony Columbia was a bit of MGM in there too. And it's great, but you kind of have to also work for them. Because if you don't, the actual film selection here is way more lacking. It had a lot missing compared to New York City. But I got to see Ben-Hur on the big screen.
That's nice. I got to see.
Yeah.
It happened to be, I think, the 75th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz one time when I was in LA, and I got to see that at the ArcLight. And that is the most beautiful movie
nice.
experience I ever had. Because, at first, people were sort of trying to sing along, and people were shushing them. But by the end of it, even the people who were shushing were singing every song. It was, bar none, best movie-going experience I've ever had. And I'd seen that movie a million times, but never on an actual silver screen. It was a, you know, it
They
was-
were
Yeah.
singing
I think
along.
I've
That's
seen
pretty
it,
impressive.
Valley One.
yeah. I mean, everybody
So-
knows all those songs.
I know, but like Somewhere Over the Rainbow is not like a intro. It's kind of like, I mean, I guess granted we are the country that has the Star Spangled Banner as our national anthem. Not an easy song, but I don't know if like people inexperienced singing a whole group of them going for Somewhere Over the Rainbow is ideal.
I think we need a better national anthem. That's my takeaway from your story. I think the Star Spangled Banner kind of sucks. And I'm going to take chat, throw them out there. 20 points for the best recommendation for a new national anthem on this the day before 4th of July. Avi, I do have a movie-themed pre-qualifying game for you to
Oh,
figure out
no.
how many scratches
So I've
I've...
heard.
Whether am I going to give you the $1 card or... You know, when we finish this one has already won $10. I'm gonna go out and buy another Scratchingo eligible card once we've completed this one. So let's figure out which cards you're gonna do. We're gonna play a brand new game. Here it.
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X?
So Avi, there has been quite a bit of speculation about what exactly this game is. This game.
Well,
I'm going to tell you how this works. I am going to show you a still from a movie, and you are going to tell me whether you think it is rated X or not. Not all of the movies are necessarily rated R, but they are all either rated X or rated something else. Generally, they're rated R, but some are not. It's a very hard game. We've done some tests about this. And I'm going to tell you, it's like an 80% failure rate on this. But you are a real master of movies. I feel like you might be particularly. good at
I'm
this.
probably going to lose this.
No. Have faith, Avi. Have faith. It's a 50-50 shot. Let's take a look at the first entry. Avi, here's a still from a movie. Is this rated X or not?
This is tough because I'm sure the picture's cropping something out, but it also looks like it's from that exact period when X-rated films were plentiful.
Yes. Yes.
But
that is the challenge.
I'm just gonna guess R. I feel like there's something missing from this that misleads.
You feel like there's something about this face that doesn't say X-rated pleasure.
Oh, I do not want to say too much.
Avi, let's find out. This is rated R. It is from Angels, Hard as They Come from 1971.
That is a title.
It is. This movie was a knockoff of Easy Rider, and it stars Gary Busey. It's
Whoa.
not a good movie.
How have I heard of one. I know there's one movie that I've seen the caption on Easy Rider. I have not heard of this one.
I am going to give you, because you got this right, I'm going to give you 10 points. And I'm going to say this going forward. If anyone knows what the movie is, if anyone can guess what the movie is, that's going to be a bonus 20 points. Because these are tough. These are very tough. Avi, that is going to be 5 scratches on the Lucky Cash. Where do you want him, friend?
I'm gonna say on the top row, and then maybe second row to all the way to the left. So it's like
So
a
we're
little
going these
L.
4 and this one. Let's see if we what is
Oh
what's the
wait,
deal
well
with
yeah, I mean like top row and then like first on the left. So it's like an L.
All right. So give me 5 numbers, and this goes out to chat too. Everybody, give me 5 numbers. Let's get them in. Let's see if we get any points on the board here.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 7.
7. Like
36.
it. 36. That's all right.
22.
22. None of these winning numbers yet.
15.
15.
And I'm going to say 27.
27. This could be a double winner for us. We already won a cash bonus of 10, but this one could actually be a double winner for us. Let me get
It'd be nice
answers up
if
there.
the one on the left that got you. Be nice if the one on the left got you free pizza.
I don't think we get free pizza. The cash, I think you just get fucked. It's a way of like making pizza bad, which I resent the New York Lottery for that. Let's see what the prize would be here. Ooh, this one's a 500 for us. The next one over. We'll take a look at all the prizes. There's a 50. That one's...
Is this just a MIDI version of The Entertainer?
No, this is Rudy Rosa. This is our good friend Rudy Rosa.
Wow.
From Bradenton, Florida, playing The Entertainer. There's nothing MIDI about this. This is all analog. All right, $10 on the last one. We'll start with that one. It is a 25. Not a winner for us. I think I saw some 25s in chat, Chris. Was there a 25 out there?
There are. We have 25 with Visk, and that's it. We had some close stuff, but...
I like it. And as always, this applause.
The question is always, it's not will the number be a winner or not. It's which losing number is it going to be?
Exactly.
And it is always difficult.
One thing we have learned in the last month of Desperate Losers is that New York State is a crappy place to buy scratch-off tickets. We're going to go for the $50 next. Let's take a look. What's underneath? It is a 23. This one's feeling like a loser. This one's feeling like a loser.
Yeah.
That one's... God, they're really boning you, Avi. So close. Was there a 23 out there, Chris? But we do have a straight
I
developing.
think everyone went with me and said 22.
No, yeah, we had some real close ones. But
One or the other for me, and
Yeah. Let's look at the $200 prize. Here we go. It's 13.
unlucky 13.
Unlucky 13. Chris, any movement out there on 13?
no, it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. We don't usually guess 13, and I'm wondering if that's a subconscious avoidance of unlucky numbers.
I don't think so. I think
Well,
people
I
are,
was in L.A. Apparently, there are no stage number 13.
Oh.
It's a thing. They said it was a thing that they don't have a stage number 13 due to superstition.
Wow.
Most buildings don't have a 13th floor.
I think, Avi, probably it's like a business decision. I think they're trying to make it look like they have more sound stages than they have. I'm going to go with 500 now. Let's take a look. In 11.
I'm curious.
In
Ooh.
11.
That's
a classic number people
got
pick.
an 11. Sun King's got an 11. Poostu's got an 11. So we've got 3 winners on that round.
Wow.
Forget what
That's,
number. Oh, yeah, that's not.
Big one. Not for us, though. No extra money in that for us. Now, Avi, the big one. $500,000. God, what would this show do with $500,000?
Don't ask me, I'm a filmmaker.
It's 18. This show's lucky number. But not a lucky number on this card. There must be an 18
I see.
out there.
Poostu has it. Chris has it.
Yep. Got some points for the orphans coming in.
Nice. Those orphans are doing pretty good on that leaderboard, I think. They're close to cracking the top 10. Maybe we should send the orphans a nice little wallet made of scratchers. Or is that
For them
mean?
to, that's kind of mean.
know?
They don't have money, really.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Javi, thank you so much for playing. Any beautiful thoughts you want to leave us with? Any life lessons from your travels, from your life?
You don't know Don't take where you live for granted.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Unless, and I say this with all love in my heart, you live in Jacksonville, Florida. Because if you live in Jacksonville, Florida, you live in a shithole. Definitely take it for granted. Avi, thank you so much for calling. I love that you're our first caller. And we said this last time. What was it, 20 or 25 point bonus we were going to do, Chris, for a first call of the day?
No, what do you feel like giving him?
Let's do 25.
All right.
He's back from LA.
Right.
Glad to be in New York City. Glad to be able to do that thing we all do in New York, eat a pizza entirely by yourself in your underwear halfway through the day if you're in the eastern. People were complaining that this is not midday for them, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think pizza that is not on the East Coast is good enough to qualify as pizza. So I am gonna maintain this is a midday show for people eating pizza in the middle of the afternoon. Thanks for calling,
Wow.
Avi.
All right,
Shots
thanks.
fired
Bye.
on every other time zone. Bye. There's something I forgot to do, which is we have a little birthday shout out for
That's
for
right.
a very special birthday shout out. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday
Visc's mom.
from all your friends at
Desperate Losers.
Visk's mom, happy 70th birthday. I think Visk might have been away. Maybe we'll do that again if he calls in. But yeah, happy birthday to Visk's
He said he's going
mom.
to be out till 1.
Oops. Well, we'll take another call if anybody else wants to call in. There's the number 917-524-7853. While we're waiting, Chris, let's do one of these bonus ones.
Yeah.
I want. Let's do the bonus game first. I want like a guess from chat. Are we gonna win any bonus money on this thing? Or
Oh,
are we
Visk is
just-
here. Never
Oh,
mind.
Visk is here. Well, Visk, happy birthday to your mom. Make sure she gets that message from us, and then explain to her who we are. It's always nice.
Don't, actually.
Yeah.
As someone who's tried to explain who we are, don't.
Yeah, Chris, when you tell people what it is that we do on a Thursday, what do you tell them?
I tell them that I host a live game show, and there's terrible games and terrible prizes, and they all think that means I have an OnlyFans. But if I had an OnlyFans, I'd be making money.
You know what? I feel like that might be the move. We do have an OnlyFans screen name picked out. We
That's
are
true.
Desperate_losers on OnlyFans. I think we can stream on OnlyFans if we get 5 people to follow us. If you are brave enough to find us on OnlyFans and follow us, help us out. We'll start streaming on OnlyFans why not? Simulcast on OnlyFans. Maybe if we play too many rounds of Rated R, Rated X, we will be kicked off of Twitch and we'll have to go to OnlyFans. Bonus game, yes or no? Are we going to win any money? Are we going to get fucked by the New York State Lottery? Get those guesses in chat. I'm getting a no from Sunky. Getting a no from Poostu. No from Pelican Yawning. No from us. Fuck you. I have faith. I think we're gonna win it. I will just hold this over all of your heads if we win. Visk, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna hold this over your head if we win this.
Okay, now Visk is leaving. Whatever, dude. Come on, give me a break. I'm trying.
Well, I'm glad he was there for his special birthday
I
shout-out
am
to
too.
his
That was a
mom.
great little asset.
Thank you. That's you know what? Anyone's birthday who we become aware of, they'll get a little shout out.
Oh. Did we win?
We lost. We lost.
Oh.
All of you were right and I was wrong. That's gonna be because that was just a binary 5 points for everybody who said no. And I'm gonna take
I love
guesses
Vacky.
for those Vacky Savalas, this show's official vacuum. I'm going to take 2 guesses, too, from people for the winning numbers. Still looking for a caller, 917-524-7853. A lot of games left to play. I've got a very patriotic, very 4th of July edition of The Price is All Correct. I went through the 1967 catalog. I pulled out the most American items that are available in its 1,000+ pages. And let me tell you something. There's something to behold. There's a nice little fuck you from New York State to us. Tell you what, Chris, we get some California scratchers and we win them. My loyalty to New York is shattered. I'm gonna go the opposite way of Avi. I'm gonna be all LA, all in on LA. All fuck you to New York. Let's see these winning numbers. Do we only have 2 guesses in there from Shifty and Sun King? Is that the story?
Yes, so far.
All right, well, the rest of you are losing out because you didn't get them in. Oh, there's a last-minute one from Pooh Stew. 11 and 22. I like the multiples of 11 that Pooh Stew is such a fan of. First one is a 6 and a 3. Speaking of multiples. 6 and a 3. Anybody do any business on that?
Sorry. Give me 1 second here. 6, 3. Yeah, no, we're good. We have nothing.
We have nothing.
No.
That's a point for Shifty. Give me the other 5. Let's get rid of this card. Let's get it out of our faces. Give me 5 numbers, everyone. And I don't know how high they go. I'm going to say probably like in the 20s is my guess. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. I don't think Pooh Stew that you're dumb. Pooh Stew is doing a college internship for us. And I've seen some very quality work. Saw an excellent book report on
on people
locks.
who have dreads.
Yeah. It was so good. So good. One of the better pieces of user-submitted stuff that we've seen. We got a cool flyer from Shifty. Yeah, I got to put those up on our Blue Sky. Those numbers are coming in. I like that you went with 69, Chris. Nice.
Just, it's one of those
Perfect
days.
for 4th of July. 69 is the most American number of all.
Huh.
I think so.
I mean, in an ideal world, I guess, because it's democratic and equal.
Yeah, let's pick up 19 more states. 69 states and a 69 star flag. I'm taking... Yeah, nobody wants to join this sinking ship, though. Nobody wants to have their Medicaid cut so we can build a concentration camp in the swamp. Let's take a look at these numbers. Here they come. First number is going to be a 14 for $5,000. Were there any 14s out there, Chris?
Not a single one.
Terrible.
Shifty
Point
gets
for
the point,
Shifty.
though.
Yeah. That was a $2, $100, and 15. Well, let's start with the 2. Let's see what we got here. 15. Did anyone have a 15? We're looking for
no.
603 to win some money here. Let's take a look at the next one. Maybe it's the bodega that I buy these from. Maybe that
Are they
bodega's in
between?
first place.
I noticed that it doesn't follow Pooh Stew's rules, where you have to get a ticket that's numbered between 17 and 33.
Oh,
Have you seen this in the Discord?
I have
So
not
they-
seen this in the Discord.
According to I don't know if it's a
That's
meme
gonna be a
or
loser.
oh yeah, it's a big hot loser. So You want to only buy tickets numbered 17 to 33. Never anything with holiday branding. And if the clerk has a neck tattoo of a rune or an angel number, buy 2.
Nice. And a 10. This one is a loser for us.
Who's found that
Wow,
found
you
that
fucked that
post
bad.
online. Wow, not a single nobody won. That is
Wow, this
classic losers.
This might be the losingest card that we've ever had.
Yeah.
No points on it, no money for us. I'm going to go ahead and mark this bad boy off as the losingest card.
Nobody won.
Because that way, when this becomes a wallet, people will remember that this was the losingest card.
Ooh, it's a special edition?
A special edition. You know, there's another special edition losing card that we have. Let me see if I can dig it out. I don't know, Chris, do you remember this one? When we conjured the 6 nuts of Satan to bring us a winner?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We pulled that out of D.H. Lawrence. Not D.H. Lawrence.
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley.
Yeah. Similar guys.
D.W. DeLawrence.
Yes. It was from the DeLawrence spellbook.
L.W. DeLawrence. Apologies.
L.W. DeLawrence. We gotta call that hotline.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Maybe if nobody calls, we'll do that.
we could do that. I'll pull that website up. This has been one of my favorite tunes.
Funky
that you run in
Hula
the
Way?
background. Yeah, that's great.
That's a good one. Bonus game. What do we think? Yes or no? Will this?
No, absolutely not.
I did take a hint. I bought a bunch of these. They're all in a row. You
Okay.
know? Because, like, supposedly if you buy a bunch, like, one right after the other, your odds of having one that's a winner goes up. I also, you know, once we finish that other 5, once we finish the Lucky Cash, I got New York Millionaire, everybody's favorite. And the bonus 20 times.
Ooh.
Which, I love the bonus ones, because the branding really reminds me of Now This Is Music.
Yeah, it does. That color palette is very like very Sherbert, very like late 80s.
Oh, this is so early 2000s to me.
Really?
Yeah.
As Sherbert, maybe it's just the time in my life when I was eating a lot of Sherbert.
Not a bad time in life. Not a
No.
bad time in life. Everyone's
The
saying no.
the
Everyone's
Sherbert years.
saying we're not going to win.
No, we're gonna lose. That's what we do, babe.
And we did lose. We did lose. It's a bar. It would have been $50 to us if we had won that.
It's not a bar, it's a blackjack. They use that to.
Yeah.
It's a brick. It goes through windows.
We'll do 5 points on everyone who said no. Let's see what the prizes out there are before we even scratch any numbers. Ooh, $5,000. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? It'd be nice. $2 and $5,000. Let's do the whole card. Give me 7 numbers, everyone. Get them out there. 7 numbers. We'll just burn right through this thing. Let's do them all. Let's burn through every single one of these $1 scratches I have. Let's see if it worked. Let's see if my strategy worked. Ah! Shifty Merchant, how are you doing?
Doing all right. Do I sound weird? I'm trying something different today.
What are you trying different?
Instead of using my usual phone, I've got like one of those cheap scoot earbuds with like a little microphone that hangs down by your mouth.
You sound good. You sound a little bit quieter than usual.
No, that's great though.
That's the point. Yeah, I kind of wanted to be quieter.
I'm gonna bring our music
Usually
down
I
a little
call
bit.
in and it's so loud, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta pull the phone like far away from my mouth. So I thought maybe I'd try this and see if I sound quieter and not so goddamn loud.
Well, Shifty, give me 7 numbers. We started this thing. Let's get through this one card and then we can do some business together.
All right, you're not gonna make me play a game for it, huh?
No, we'll do this card and this is like a bonus for you. You know, I'll give you the same points as you'd get
Okay.
in chat. Give me 7 numbers.
So far, I've been going low and I've been striking out.
That's true.
I don't know. These $1 cards, generally, I think they're like the numbers are always like between 1 and 10, but that's not. I mean, always.
Nah, there's got to be some 20s out there, right?
I'm still thinking like the winning numbers will be like 5 and 7.
All right, 5 and 7. Give me 5 more numbers.
Well, I'm gonna go with 18, of course. 18 is always hot.
We love it.
11.
11.
Hot.
Yep.
2.
2.
Oh, fuck 2. Never win with 2. 20.
20. Like it. You got one more.
I'm going to copy one of Sun King because he's always right. I'm going with 9.
9. I like it. That used to be my favorite number. And then we, 9 and me, we got some bad blood these days.
9's
All right.
no good anymore.
It's no good anymore. Did me wrong. Here's your number, Shifty. Let's take a look. What do we got out there?
7 is
Our
never
winning
been
number
that high like
is an 18.
All right.
Oh,
I'm suddenly
bad.
feeling very good about this card. That's going to be 10 points for Shifty there. Chris, anybody else have an 18 out there?
yeah. Pooh has an 18 as well.
Nice. 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 I'm going to give him the claps.
Yeah, 18 if you're going to pick a lot of numbers, throw 18 in there.
Exactly. Exactly. And by the way, Shifty, you want to take a guess at where that applause is from? It'd be 1,000 points if you guess it right.
A million different things. It's impossible.
I know. That's why it's worth 1,000 points.
Whenever like the Muppet Show opened up and the applause came from the crowd.
I mean, we've guessed this before. It is not from the Muppet Show.
Oh, somebody already guessed the Muppet Show?
Yeah, we already guessed the Muppet
I think
Show.
you guessed the
I think it might
Muppet
have
Show,
been
Shifty.
you.
I
How many
don't think I
beers,
guessed the
Shifty?
Muppet Show.
Actually, but
No, I
don't
guessed-
say. Guesses for the chat. How many beers? You've heard Shifty for 3.5 minutes
my
now.
guess was not the Muppet Show. It was like from Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Also a good guess. Also a good guess, which it is not.
Shifty's only at 4 beers.
You're saying 4 for us. This is for the orphans. Hello,
Yeah.
our one YouTuber, who is probably Sun King. 5 beers from Pelican Yawning.
It is early. This is early in the show.
This is early in the show. This is an early Shifty call. No threat of double points here. 6 from Pooh. Really Cereal,
99.
love it. 2 points for Really Cereal for guessing 99. Love to see it. And it is Sun King on YouTube. 2 points
Well,
for
today's
Sun
also
King
tricky
for
'cause,
keeping the lights on. It's YouTube.
Today it's like a rare occasion that I'm usually not off on a Thursday night because tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So I don't have to work tonight. So I'm getting fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah. But how fucked up
like,
are you
I
now?
normally
What's the
wouldn't
number?
take, I wouldn't normally take a bunch of like gummies and stuff and like get loaded with the, like the Delta 10s and the weed gummies. So right now I'm like actually a lot more high than I am drunk.
How many gummies?
50 milligrams.
That's a solid gummy.
Sizable dose.
Solid.
Well, I mean, the ones I have are 100, so I ate like half of one.
So this is moderating this 50 milligrams. This is a responsible Shifty.
Oh, I'll probably take some more later, but
I mean, yeah, of course you're gonna take more later.
it's a long day. Try to space it out a little bit.
Shifty, how many beers though? What's the number?
I just finished 6, and I'm starting 7.
Pooh. Right on the
Whoa.
money.
That's gonna be 10 for Pooh.
Nobody knows each other like these best friends.
I know. They're, they're really like the
Sam and Diane.
Sam and Diane of this show. We've said it many, many times, and I feel it. Although there is, there's like a there's a little bit of intrigue because you got Sapphire Blue in there working Shifty's heart. Let's take a look at another number, shall we?
I got a hot take. I mean, I'm probably wrong, and I hope I am, but she might be Bone Amputee's mom.
Whoa.
Theory.
That is... What a twist that would be. That would be... Wow, that would be a real, like, Luke, I am your father.
I don't really want to know.
Hey, Sun King
Wow.
guessed 13.
Oh, hey, Sun King! There's those 1,000-point claps for anyone who could figure out what those are from. Let's look at some numbers. Shifty, you got 1 so far. Let's find out if you're going to get more. Here's an 11. That's going to do it.
2.
Let's say 10 there. I think Pustu
And
got it.
Pustu as well.
Right?
And Sun
Yeah.
King.
And Sun King. What? Let's take a look at this $2 one. It's a 9. That's going to do it for you too, Shifty. Wow.
Take that, Sun King.
This is a 30-point card for you so far. This is a one-way beef. I gotta say, Shifty. Sun King is not beefing back.
It's like trying to beef with, like, Dr. Manhattan. He's on
It
another
is.
planet.
He's crawling up my leg, just right behind me. He's like, it follows. Everywhere I go, Sun King is following me, and he's almost taking the lead back.
Well, Sun King is our most mysterious and most powerful viewer. That's been firmly established. That's canon. $10 is a 6. Not gonna do it for us.
But Pelican
not gonna do
Yawning,
for you.
it helps.
Oh, hey!
Also, Pelican, that game show you're trying to remember the name of is What's My Line?
Oh, what's my line? Is that was that a guess for the claps?
I guess, yeah, I suppose it was.
It is not. It is not from.
I like that I don't have to hold the phone. That makes it easier for me to smoke and drink.
I don't know if this
I
is
got
a good
both my
development
hands
for you,
available.
Shifty.
This is hands-free.
I don't know if this is a great development for you. We're looking at two $5,000 options here. Two $5,000 options. That
I
would
already
take
forgot
us.
what my numbers are.
It would take us out of debt, and it would be our budget for like the next year.
I know. Shifty, your numbers are 5, 7, 18, 11, 2, 20, and 9. Now repeat them all back to me.
I already forgot them all.
I know you did.
All right, we're looking at the first 5,000. Here it comes. It's a 12. Ooh,
Oh.
that's a bad look for us.
Yeah, and
Bad
it doesn't
luck.
give anybody any points either.
Ah. Well, it gives Shifty points.
Horrible!
There we go. Somebody's got a benefit.
Someone does.
Shifty's drops are like Elio's pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good.
Shifty, you've not left us a message in a while.
Say something that I didn't say. It's like I said it.
You said it. We'd never AI your voice,
forced me
man.
to say it.
They're all real. I didn't force you to anything.
No, I mean it's like I'm on a call with you and I hear myself say something I did. It's weird. I'm
Oh,
high.
I see what you mean.
It weirds me
Yeah.
out. I'm high.
The last one is a loser for us. It's a 7, but that will do it for Shifty. That's a 40-point card for you, friend.
It also does
Wow.
it for Pelican Yawning.
Comparable.
Nice.
Bit.
Oops, that's 2 rounds of applause. There's going to be a lot of mistakes in this show, and quite frankly, I'm surprised there aren't more. I updated the software that this show runs on, and I had to rebuild the whole fucking thing. I'm kind of shocked
Yes,
I
you
haven't
have-
made more mistakes.
If you could only see the amount of work and love that Milkshake pours into this, you would feel so good. He takes such good care of you. I don't do shit. I just show up. But
Yeah.
I said it before. I said Junior Milkshake. It's his show. He's the one doing it all.
he really is.
There's a long history here, though. You know, Matt
No,
really
of
put in a
course.
lot of the legwork to figure out how this thing works, you know?
Just talk about day to day.
Yeah. It took, Shifty, I feel like maybe I've told this story before. Have I told this story before of how I convinced Matt to do this again?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're the worst person to ask. Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Probably
Chris,
did, and I don't remember.
Chris, have I told this story on air before? I feel like I maybe have told people in the Discord.
You have not.
So Matt and I worked together on a couple other streaming shows, and we kept talking about Desperate Losers, and he was always saying how fun it was, and I kept asking him, why don't we just do it again? Let's put it on Twitch. And he just, I don't know, he dragged his feet about it for a while, and didn't really want to do it, and then finally I just started making scratchers. Like fake scratchers. Larry King 5s was one of them. It was one of the scratchers that I just started making and emailing to Matt. Another one which... Ooh, can I show it on air without getting kicked off of Twitch? That's a great question. I don't know. One of the classic ones I made was called This Old Glory Hole. We had one that was based off Bernalda Alba. We had them for like everything. There was one of my favorites was called COVID 19,000. One of these days I gotta post those so people can see all those things. But eventually I sent so many of these to Matt that like he started to become more open to doing it again. And then, of course, the election went terribly. We all remember that. And I got very depressed after that. Very depressed. And I started watching... I started watching a lot of old TV because I didn't want to live in the present. And then I just started basically building the show without even talking to Matt about it. And 3 months later, we were on the air.
It's beautiful.
I know. It worked out. It worked out.
If at first you don't succeed,
just
make a bunch of
I'm
scratchers.
probably a lot more like Matt, where you could if you're doing all the work and all I have to do is talk, I could probably do that.
Are you offering yourself as the host of this show? Is that what's happening right now?
Just let me, if you guys want to take a break, just give me. I just need Junior. That's all I need. You do all the work and I'll just talk.
Shifty, I'm gonna make you this offer. If for 15,000 points, I will let you host the show for one day. Work towards it.
I'd probably do it.
I know you would.
I would have to plan for that. If I'm going to be on for 2 hours straight with these people, talking to them.
This is a Shifty offer only. It would be only for one episode. 15,000 points. You host the show for one day.
It's crazy. We're losing viewers right now.
500 points. For 500 points, you just make a show nothing but every one of my voicemails I've called in with. That would probably fill up 2 hours.
I've used a lot of the good ones. Shifty, you got to leave more. I haven't gotten one in a while from you.
Well, you complained that I was the only one, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no. But send us some more, man. Is this an official complaint?
Low in the wells. The wells get dry on the.
Would you like your game to figure out if we can scratch the big one? Would you like it to be a wine, or would you like to play one of our other games?
Go with wine. I got one.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
2 weeks. Bugging the crap out of me.
Now here's how it works. For everyone who has not seen this before, Shifty is going to complain about something, and you, chat, are going to decide whether you feel it's a valid complaint or not. If it turns out the complaint is valid, Shifty is going to get 10 points. If the complaint is invalid, he's going to lose 10 points. So let's hear the complaint, Shifty.
All right, well, this started like 2 weeks ago. There's a spot, like a little spot on my right foot, on like the top right, that's just below my pinky toe that hurts. And it's like the size of a pea or like a BB. It's this little tiny spot, but it hurts a lot. And after like a couple days, I was like, well, shit, I got to go like get a corn cushion or something for this. And so then it got better over the weekend, and I thought, okay, everything's good. And then it started coming back. So I started trying to figure it out, and I figured out, okay, my slippers are old and wore out, and there's a spot in there that seems like really worn down, right where the spot is. Like, all right, that's got to be it. So I threw them away, and I got new slippers, and everything was cool for like a week, and now it's coming back again. For like the third time in like 2 weeks. Like if I don't use a corn cushion and I put a little stick it on there and like slowly like pull the sock on and try not to peel it off, you know, like get some loose fitting socks, and like if I didn't have that corn cushion, I'd be hobbling around because it hurt so bad last night. And I'm like, what is going on? What is wrong with me? Is it just getting old? When you get to be old, things just start going wrong. I mean, what am I supposed to do about this? It just keeps coming back. Like, it's not my boots. My boots are new. It's not my work boots. How do I make this stop? How do I solve this problem? I'm losing it.
You're gonna hit it with a Bible.
All I do at work is walk. I just walk all night long for 8 hours straight, and I'm like, it hurts every time I take a step, and it's driving me insane.
I'm actually not joking, dude. I think you have a ganglion cyst. I've had them before. And on my foot. I'm serious, dude. You can get them in your wrists and on your ankles.
Suddenly, things just start going wrong that you've never heard of before in your life. Like what?
It's sometimes they're called a Bible cyst because you hit it with a big book and it explodes, and then you're okay. No, I'm not. This is not medical advice, and I'm not suggesting it. But I think if you went to a doctor, you might find they might say that.
Now, when you started telling this story, Shifty, I had a very clear picture of where this story was going to go, and I was sure that this was going to turn into that story from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark where the woman has the spiders that like lay the eggs on her face and they all just come out. I was sure that your toe was just going to be full of spiders or something.
No, I remember that picture from junior high, but no, it's a persistent, it gets better and it comes back, it gets better and it comes back, and I can't figure out why.
I think this is beyond your ken, man. Like, you got to go see a doctor. You got to get a podiatrist in there.
Better.
Yeah, but it gets worse.
But that's the thing. It's like I can't go to a doctor and tell them my foot, there's a spot that keeps getting better and worse. What are they going to do with that?
They're going to hit it with a Bible.
They're going to hit it with a Bible. This is
They're gonna hit it with a Bible.
Shifty. This is a chronic condition. You're describing a chronic condition. You got to get that shit looked at, man. But the bigger question for me right now is, Chad, is this a relatable story? Do people feel as if this is
hurts sometimes, and all I do is walk.
That's true.
Without that corn cushion, I would have been hobbling around, like limping. It's already hot and miserable and horrible, and now my feet hurt too. I'm whining about it. It hurts.
We're 50-50 right now. We got a not valid from Poostu to be expected.
Oh,
valid complaint from Sun King. Shifty, I am giving you medical advice, and my medical advice is spend some points. Get one of these Santeria juices. You know, I feel like that's going to solve your problems. I got this one.
Well, I already have like so much cologne that I don't use because I don't like cologne.
Well, this is not cologne.
I mean,
man.
I go to work and I can smell people on first shift coming from like 30 yards away from the thick cologne they're wearing and perfume. Like, what is wrong with these people? Just put on deodorant.
I need more votes. I don't know if this is valid or not. We're 50-50 on this. It's a tie so far. Let's get other people in there. You know? Pelican, get in there.
It's
Really,
not my
Cereal,
cologne.
get
I
in
didn't
there.
buy the cologne. The cologne is just here in my house. It's just existed for like 3 decades. I don't use it.
Bone Amputee is saying, valid complaint, but you need to go to the doctor. Shifty, you go see a podiatrist about this. I'll give you 5 points.
He's going to need a referral.
Pelican's
My
also
next
saying
doctor's
valid.
appointment isn't until like September 1st is my next doctor's appointment.
All right. Well, I think you might need to see a podiatrist. I think this is not a regular doctor thing.
Well, I've got the next 3 days off, and I'm going to guess that it gets lots better since I don't have to walk. But if in like the next week it keeps coming back again, I'm probably going to just say, yeah, it's got to be something besides my shoes, because it's like I've tried everything I can try.
I don't think you could figure this out. I feel like you go see the doctor. You know, you're getting 5 points for good life decisions here. And Bonnie thinks we should give you more.
I pay a lot for a private doctor. I don't actually have a regular doctor.
What
I
is a
can call the
private doctor?
I can call him and he will answer me.
So you
His
pay
name is
extra
Dr.
for.
His name is Dr. Fink. Yeah, I can email him. I can text him. I can call him.
I don't think this is a doctor.
His name's Dr. Alexander Fink. Alexander Fink is legit. He costs a fortune.
I'm gonna find this guy, Alexander Fink. He's in Missouri.
It's called Cornerstone of medicine.
Yeah, got
They
it.
don't take
Yeah,
it.
we got him from the Cornerstone
You
Clinic.
gotta pay like a monthly. fee
Oh,
of, like,
Shifty's
$50 a
doctor's
month.
handsome.
Where's
Oh, yeah, he's not bad looking.
Where is he?
He's
Of
right
course you
here.
got it. Hold on. I'm gonna throw yours up. Oh
Yeah,
damn!
he's kind of like the only doctor in Mexico who deals with like mental illness. So like
This
nobody
pa-
else really wants to touch it. They just tell you to go to the Arthur Center for like 4 people, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the Arthur. That takes like 6 months to get in there. I need this now. I need the guy who's telling me I'm having panic attacks. Like tell my where I work, like I'm having panic attacks and I can't work. And other doctors will not support you, especially when you tell them you drink and smoke a lot of drugs. But this guy, he was cool. He was like, yeah, you totally are messed up, buddy. You can't work. Go home. I'm giving you drugs. Take all these drugs. I like it. He was like, yeah.
You're
I'm
not-
gonna tell you all the problems, all the reasons why you should stop drinking and stop smoking, but you don't have to. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
god!
I
You're
like
not
that.
selling
I'm not
Dr.
going
Fink
to.
here.
Poor Dr. Fink.
You're not selling Dr.
The
Fink.
endorsement he did not want.
I'm gonna
He's a
cut
great
you off there,
doctor. He's a
Shifty, because
great
I feel
doctor.
like
He's just like-
we're getting into Dr. Fink sues us territory.
He's a great
I-
doctor.
I think he might be, but you are an unreliable narrator. You don't remember things from one episode to the next. I don't know if you remember
whoa,
your
whoa, whoa, whoa.
interactions with
Back it
Dr.
up here,
Fink
back it
well.
up. I did not ask you to put his picture up or any of that. That was all you.
You just said his full name and where he was.
Yeah, but you put it on the internet for everybody to see.
This is a team effort. You're going to be implicated in the lawsuit.
Yeah, he don't care. He's not gonna see this. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody clip that out and send it to Dr. Fink. And
Just
CC
make
us
sure
at
this doesn't,
DesperateLosers2
get
at
like Go
AOL.com.
viral, and then his coworkers show it to him. That's all we gotta do.
I know.
This is unrealistic.
How do you know Dr. Fink is not Pelican yawning? We don't know. There's no way to know. Pelican yawning,
That's-
call in. Let us know if you're Dr.
Dr.
Fink.
Fink.
200 points if you are.
I've totally lost track of what we're doing now.
You won some scratches, man. You got 10 points for your wine, and I'm gonna give you the rest of the scratches on this card.
So we're doing 7 numbers in the chat?
We're gonna do 7 numbers in the chat. Shifty, I'm gonna take 7 numbers from you. Unless you want to let it ride, you know. You had 7 numbers last time. They did pretty good.
Well, I think most of them got nailed, didn't they?
Yeah, but this is a new card. We're on a brand new card here.
Oh, I don't remember.
We
This
know.
is why I don't necessarily trust you to remember what Dr. Fink said.
No.
7 numbers, Shifty.
All right, let me count them off here. 7, 6,
6,
38,
38. 4 more.
26,
26.
9,
9. No winners here.
Do you remember Dr. Zsmore?
Yes, of course I remember Dr.
24.
Z with his face peels. 24. Need one more, Shifty.
28.
28. All right. Shifterino, here are your answers. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the prizes, shall we? Here's what's still out there. $500. That'd go some distance to bringing down our debt. $50. Here's just a 10. 100. Shifty, you ever had a card that won multiple on one card?
Oh yeah, I've had many of those. I mean, a lot of the bigger winners, even if it's like a small card, you'll win multiple times to get that bigger amount.
Nice.
Like on a $20 card, I've won. I think it was $10 or $100. Like every single spot on the card is a winner. You know what I mean?
Wow. Well, this card is not that.
No,
But you know, we could still make some more money. This card's already a winner. Let's start with the 10, one of the 10s. Let's take a look here. What do we got? There's a 39. Ooh, very close, Shifty. Anybody out there have a 39, Chris?
No, our highest number was 36 from Sun King.
36 from Sun King. Let's take a look at the next $10 one. It's a plain Jane 30. Anybody out there?
Nobody's got it.
Ooh. We'll take a look at our $30 slot. That's a 4. Not gonna do it for us.
Not gonna
take a
do
look
it
at the
for
hundo.
us either.
It's a 9. That's gonna do it for Shifty.
And Sun King.
And Sun King.
And
Whoa!
Pelican yawning.
damn it, Sun
Nice. Who canonically is now Dr. Fink. Pelican is definitely Dr. Fink. Thank you,
Yeah.
Doctor. 50. Let's take a look at what's under there. It's a 40. Any 40s?
40?
No.
I'm surprised you don't pick 40s more often, Shifty, given your...
That's pretty high. That's,
I know. I was surprised by that too.
we're looking at the 500 now.
that is unexpected.
It's a 15. Any 15s out there, Chris?
No, go on the 15.
No 15s. Let's take a look at the last one. This will be for $2,000. It's 26. Does nothing for us. This is a mere $10 card for us. That
But
is a
Sun
win
King
for
got it.
Shifty.
I'm
And
saying,
Sun
I got
King.
26. Man,
Nice.
if I did this good at Keno, I could just retire.
Yeah, but think about all the numbers you didn't win at. You'd be losing money on Keno in those cases.
Well, in a perfect world, all the ones that I hit it right on would all be in the same game. You're not using your imagination.
But Shifty, you are now
This is my
imagining a perfect
fantasy.
world. Hold on. You're imagining a perfect world,
Where I win.
and you still have to gamble in it. Why aren't you just independently wealthy? This is a fantasy. Why do you have to gamble at all?
Well, the dream is that you win big on Keno or a lottery ticket. Not that you
And then
might
what?
do it some other way. You're ruining my dream.
But it's a dream, Shifty. You don't have to do it at all. You could just get the money.
I got too
Have
much
better-
money as it is.
What?
Well, he's an eligible bachelor. Ladies, gents, and non-binaries, and he's got too much money. Let's get Shifty married.
Yeah, you know, honestly, it would finally fulfill what everyone who sees the flyers wants this to be, which is a dating show for sad people.
It's true. People, that is the number one message I get from people off the flyers. They all get very disappointed if I tell them it's a game show. I've resorted to telling them, and I think this is true, that it's an art project.
I mean, yeah, Desperate Losers sounds like it could be a dating show.
It could be. I don't want to do a dating show, though. I feel like that's going to create some bad situations.
Oh,
No,
it's
remember
gonna-
when
it's gonna-
Rodney Alaka was on the dating game? The serial killer?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest, that's kind of the point of doing a dating show is to hear the people go crazy and fight. And,
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to expose people to
yeah, I mean,
potentially
my,
bad
local
situations.
My local radio station does it. It's called Hook Up or Hang Up, and they people call in and say, "Hey, I went on a first date, and this guy never called me back." And then they call him, and then the two people have a brief talk about what went wrong, and it's generally chaos. Sometimes it goes really bad. over immediately and they just hang up. And sometimes they have a legitimate discussion about like, well, you did this and you did that, and I thought that was weird, and it's not bad. I've listened to it a couple times.
Shifty, if you were set up on a blind date and the lady showed up and she was basically just like a cracked pot full of spiders, would you keep going with the date?
Well, it depends.
So maybe, solid maybe.
What's this lady?
How many spiders?
This many spiders.
I mean, I would at least try to help them.
What are you gonna do though? I mean, you don't even know what to do about your foot.
I would probably go get. It depends. Like if there's a whole bunch of them, I'd probably go get an insect killer and spray her with it and say, "Sorry, you're infested with 1,000 bugs.
You're just gonna DDT a woman right out the gate."
Try to close your eyes, and I'll get a rag and we'll spray you down, and we'll drag you outside because you're covered in dead baby spiders, and that's gotta go.
Poostu had a girl tie his shoe for once on a first date, and apparently he took some umbrage to that. I feel like if someone tied my shoe on a first date, they would immediately be elevated to date 2.
I don't know. I think I'd want to kick him.
I would be turned on by that. Like she noticed the fact that my shoe was untied.
Yeah,
plus,
and she's just doing it. Like that's someone who takes action. That's someone who is a problem solver.
Y'all don't
I hate to agree with
teacher.
I hate to agree with Shifty here, but I do agree that would be a great first date move.
I don't know. I'm with Poostu. I think it's weird. I would, and if somebody bent down, I don't know them very well. All of a sudden, they're on the ground, crouched in front of me. I feel like I would just want to like crane kick them. Like, what are you doing down there?
Those are some real action movie instincts,
Don't
Chris.
touch my feet.
That's I don't know you. That's my purse.
Well, Shifty, you've won a lot of points. You've won a lot of points here, my friend. Do you want to leave us with any... you've left us with a lot of wisdom today. None of it medical, of course. But would you like to leave us with any other pearls of wisdom before you go?
Well, I would say try to mow your yard when it's dry, because it's just going to rain again the next day, and then you're screwed. You can't mow your yard. If you're off work for like 3 days, and then it rains all 3 days, and then your yard just keeps getting taller and taller and taller, and you're like,
Shifty, are you
telling? And then next thing you know, your lawn's like 2 foot tall. Come on, mow your lawn.
I like that this is Shifty's version of make hay while the sun shines.
Mow before it rains. Thank you, Shifty.
Yeah, everybody should know that. Mow your yard before it rains.
Yeah, and we got a weather forecast out of it too. If it's dry today, it will rain tomorrow. Right here, it's dry right now.
It's not that tall.
It's been dry for a long ass time here.
The city don't care. They're not gonna do anything.
I don't understand what that means. Thanks, Shifty. Bye. Always good to hear from old Shifterino. There's that number, 917-524-7853. We still have that very special edition of 4th of July.
Oh, yeah, price is all correct. It's going to be a real banger, and not just because it's 4th of July themed.
Yeah, it will be a real banger. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing another card, Chris, how about you and me in the chat? How about we all just play a little round?
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X?
Chat, get him in here. We're looking at an image here. Do we think that this is going to be rated X or not? Do we think this is like an action face? Do we think this is a sex face? Poostu going with R. I like it. I like it. Bon Appetit going X. Someone's going to get some points one way or another. It's going to be, I'll do 10 on these. X's from Shifty. Sun King going R. Pelican Yawning going X. I have some faith in Pelican Yawning. I know him to be a well-reviewed doctor in the Missouri area. Maybe dispensing some... If Shifty's description is accurate, dispensing some advice that maybe it's not the greatest, but I don't actually believe that's true. Sun King going R. I like it. I like it. Anybody else in the chat want some action on this action? Let's take a look. What is it? R or X? It's X! This is Debbie herself of Debbie Does Dallas. Go back to face so you can I want to give people a chance to really study this game, see if they can gain advantage in future rounds. There it is. That is an X-rated face from Debbie herself. In 1980s, Debbie Does Dallas. Shifty Merchant recognized this. No surprise there. No surprise there. Well, it is. Debbie Does Dallas is, it's one of those names you hear. It's one of those very famous X-rated films.
Is that where Deep Throat came from, or is that its own
Deep
thing?
Throat is its own movie. It was. I think that was from the 70s because it was. That's the reason Deep Throat got called Deep Throat in Watergate, was it was a joke.
Right. Okay.
So that's got to be from like the early 70s.
Number one, what,
researching,
Shifty?
Researching these games, Chris, one of the things I've learned is that a lot of these pornographies from the 70s and 80s were made in Miami. I get to see my hometown in the past a lot of times as I'm scrubbing through these, looking for ambiguous-looking faces. There's some real good ones too. There's some real funny stuff out there. I started. You'll see. I picked the ones that are X-rated. I picked them either for their fame or their titles. We're looking at winning numbers 3 and 10. I want 7 guesses from the chat. What are the numbers that we are trying to match going to be? 7 from the chat. 3 and 10 to win for us. I want to win. I want to win, Chris.
7 numbers from the chat, huh?
Yeah.
Or
tell you what, if we win, oh no, it's only 5. Sorry, only 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry, that's my mistake, Bon Appetit. Knocked 2 of them off. Oh, 1 viewer on YouTube. Is this Sun King again, or is it my mom? My mom started watching the show and then couldn't even keep up with it. That shows how good it is that even my mother stopped watching. If my mom is watching, call in 917-524-7853. We are looking for 1 through 5 for Bon Appetit. You know what, Shifty? If you want to call in and review an old porno, I guarantee you those will become drops. I don't know if we'll run the voicemail. Kind of depends. You know, the magic of like whether your voicemail gets turned into a voicemail on the show or not, it's the alchemy of the other voicemails that we get. Does it build like a funny, nice little narrative for us? Does it become a nice package when it's all put together? That's kind of what determines when they turn into videos or not. I think it would be a good series of voicemails. I want Shifty's porn reviews. I want a lot of descriptions of mise en scène. I want to hear about editing technique.
I want them only to go backwards in time.
You want like a memento of
yeah, I want
porn reviews. So you want one from like today.
I mean, no, I don't need to start with today. We can start with Debbie Does Dallas and just go backwards from there.
Go backwards from there.
Yeah, because I mean, listen, as soon as we figured out the the video technology. We started making pornography pretty much immediately, especially in France. And it is weird to see the what do they call them? Picadillos of the people of the 18th century.
It's basically the same stuff, right?
A lot more peeing.
Huh. Well, you know. James Joyce was into that. Let's take a look at some winning numbers.
Oh, yeah.
The prizes out there. $1. $10. $100. $5,000. And $2. Let's start with the 1. 2 times $1. We won it. This is a $2 ticket, guys.
Whoa.
That's a 100% return on our investment. Already a winner. In fact, that calls for a bigger celebration because there's real money here.
Who loves you, baby? I do.
And there you have it. Our streak is continuing, Chris. We won money on the last episode, too. We got an 11. I know someone's got an 11 out there. Poostu's got to have an 11, right?
Shifty's got an 11, and Sun King's got an 11, and Poostu's got an 11.
Love it. Love it. Didn't do it for us as far as that $10 goes. We'll take a look at this, too. It's a 1. Not going to do it for us either, but you know what? We already won some money here. We already won our $2. Now the real question is, are we going to win like 100 or $5,000? 12. Chris, anyone have that 12 or that 1?
Yeah, we've got some folks with 1s out there.
Who we got?
And we've got me with a 12.
Who had the 1s? Who's getting points?
Bone Amputee has a 1. Poostu has a 1. Shifty Merchant has a 1.
But the good doctor did not pick up points there. Sorry, Pelican.
No.
This is the 5,000. Let's get the drum roll. It's a 14. Not going to do it for us. Will it do it for anyone else, Chris?
Just double checking here. No, we have no 14s.
No 14s. That was a drop from our old pal, legendary drummer Buddy Rich. Just muttering asshole under his breath. That's a winner. We're looking at 2 winners today, guys. And we will be getting another Scrichingo eligible card. That will be happening. I'll bump my ISO there. Here we go. All right. Call in 917-524-7853. Get him in there. You know what? If somebody calls in who's never called in before, 400 points. 400 points right out the bat. You know, get some new folks on the line. Chris, shall we play another round of our new game?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X.
This is kind of our new dog toy, baby toy, sex toy. We're looking at a face here with kind of a little bit of a lascivious, mischievous eye going on. Do we think that this is a face from a pornography or from a legitimate movie?
Her face is pressed into another piece of flesh now.
Could just be her arm.
Yeah.
Could be an ass.
That's and which brings us to our next game: ass or arm.
Pelican, the doctor going with R. Sun King, X. Shifty Merchant R. Pustu X. Avi, a laughing out loud is not going to do it. I need a guess in there. Bone Amputee going X. They're all hard. This is a very hard game. This is maybe the hardest game. Like I said, I tested this out with several people. I wanted to make sure the game worked. Because, you know, you don't want it to be too easy. You don't want it to be too hard. And this game might be too hard. Vis going X. She's got... This woman has kind of... Looks kind of like Jean Harlow. Don't you think so? Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a Jean Harlow. Take a look at that. You know, a little bit of a Jean Harlow, right?
Yeah, why not?
You don't see it?
Not really.
Oh, let me get another
There's
Jean
the
Harlow.
nose.
I feel like there's a little bit of a Jean Harlow thing going on here. I need a better picture of her. Check this one out. How about this? That woman looks like Jean Harlow. I think she looks
okay.
Like, yeah.
All right, I see it. Is she the one from Citizen Kane?
No, Jean Harlow is you know, she's like a kind of a vamp in the 30s. I can't remember what her big movie was. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's find out. She was in Hell's Angels. That's a big one for her. I think that was kind of her breakout role with the Howard Hughes movie. Red-Headed Woman she was in, Red Dust, Dinner at 8, Reckless, Susie. I think these are all kind of like pre-code sex comedy kind of things. She was kind of like a Mae West type, Jean Harlow.
Okay.
Real bedroom eyes going on. Anyway, let's take a look. Enough Jean Harlow talk. People are not here for 1930s pre-code talk. The answer to this is X. This is from Lulu's Talking Ass from 1986. The premise of this movie is that Lulu's ass talks. It's kind of like before Ace Ventura. You know, the cheeks open and close. We get a little bit of that. I didn't really watch this movie. You know, I scrubbed through it, but it did seem like it was going to be kind of funny based off of the little bits I saw looking for this. This is actually an ass that this face is resting on top of. This is not Lulu, but that is Lulu's ass. Who got points on that, Chris? Who's doing good here?
Sun King's got some points. And obviously, Pustu's got points. Bone Amputee's got points. Visk has points.
Wow. A lot of points out there. I like it. I'm going to bring the volume down on those claps. I feel like it's a little too hot.
Bone Amputee and Visk.
Should we take a look at that leaderboard? Let me know when you're ready.
Almost there.
Pelican Yawning, not an ass doctor. Well, as we know from Pustu's call, Pelican Yawning's specialty seems to be giving drugs to people already doing drugs.
Okay, that's it. Okay, and I'm just gonna resort real quick, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's take a look.
Yep.
Good to go?
Good to go.
Ooh, Sun King, hot. You know, Sun King has not spent any points. I think that Sun King's spending points might be wrong, Chris.
That's probably true.
Oh, I see what's happened. This is a my error problem. Do not pay attention to these spending points. They're off by 1. There's there's a little bit of a mess up here on my end. I'll have to dig into that and figure out why that happened. Spending points are not accurate. The score points are accurate. Pooh Stew. Did Pooh Stew start out with? Yeah, Pooh Stew's got. Oh, this is not updating.
Is it not?
Yeah, something's fucked up about it.
Oh, you're right. The
Pooh
numbers
Stew has 112. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll get rid of that. We'll have to figure that out. If you want the score is correct. Still on the link in our Discord. If you're watching this show, if you're one of the 15 watching this show, if you're one of the
You're not in the Discord. What are you
Sun
doing?
Kings, what are you doing? What are you doing? All of the good stuff is happening in the Discord. The Discord link is right up here. You're going to want to get in there. People are winning all kinds of crazy points off hours. You're hearing all kinds of insane rants from Shifty. You think he's unhinged here on a daily basis. We're exposed to all kinds of nonsense from him. It's a great place. Great place to visit. Great place to live. I'm just going to do both bonuses on our remaining. Let's see if we have any bonuses. Let's just do it. That's going to be nothing for us. Would have been $100. That would have been nice. We're looking for a pile of money in the bonus game. Here's the next one. Let's find out. It's a horseshoe. Go fuck yourself, New York. Let's do these at the same time. I'm looking for 4 numbers, chat.
Whoa.
I'm looking for winning numbers on both of these cards.
You know what? We're almost a half hour from the end. Is it double points time yet, or do you have to wait the 4 minutes?
You're going to have to wait the 4 minutes. I will not give points before then.
Okay.
But if somebody wants to call in and try to drag ass and make me wait, then before we get these scratches, we just might actually get to double points before anybody puts in his. That would be a real charitable thing from someone from the Desperate Losers community to do, to call in. If you never called in before, those 400 points still stand. Of course, you wait 4 minutes. Can I double those, Chris? That's too many points. I can't double the 400. That's too many points.
I mean, if someone's never... I mean, it could be a coup for somebody, or it could be a great start for somebody.
It could be. Could be. Tell you what, man, if Sun King called in, got 800 points, that would really fuck Shifty. that would fuck Shifty so bad. Sun King called in right now. In 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, Sun King call in. Really fuck up Shifty's shit. In fact, I'm gonna hope for it. I'm gonna vamp for 3 minutes in the hopes that Sun King will call in 3 minutes and get use a robot voice. I don't care. Definitely use a robot voice. I'll take any call from Sun King. I almost prefer the robot voice. I don't want to hear Sun King's real voice. Sun King is like a god in our universe. I don't want to, you see the face of God, your face melts. I want to see a GIF of that, Chris, but let's not put a GIF of that up. We'll get fucked by Paramount if we.
Aren't you one of those people who believes that
that the Ark of the Covenant melts people's face, and there's just a box in a warehouse that has the ability to kill? Yeah, I do. I do think that there's a box in a warehouse. I think that Raiders of the Lost Ark was a documentary. Temple of Doom, not a documentary. Last Crusade, documentary. Crystal Skull, not a documentary. Dial of Destiny, also not a documentary. Only 2 documentaries. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And this is a good vamp, right? We've burned 1 minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you one of those people that believes that everything in Indiana Jones would have happened the same exact way, even if he did nothing?
Yeah, I am one of those people who believes that Indiana Jones actually did worse. He actually, more people got hurt because of Indiana Jones. The Nazis had just gotten a hold of the Ark. Then, they might have brought it back to Berlin and opened it at a big rally. That could have been the end of the Nazis right there. Every Nazi melts, and it's the 30s too. Like, no Holocaust. Nazis all dead in one spectacular rally. Indiana Jones, kind of the villain of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Other movies, I think he's the hero. But Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think there is a compelling case to be made that Indiana Jones's efforts actually allowed
Prolonged
Hitler to
the
live.
war.
Yeah, created the war, really, right? Like, World War II didn't really kick off for a couple more years after Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think. What year does Raiders take place in?
I'm not sure exactly what year Raiders took place. Let's say.
This is not my theory, by the way. This is I don't know whose theory this is. I heard this theory from Dana Gould. It was not his theory either. But, yeah, I believe it, 100%. Indiana Jones, kind of the villain.
1936.
1936. All right, so, definitely rounding up Jews. Had invaded Poland, so I think the war is happening, right? It was 34 when he invades? I don't remember my Nazi timeline. But, 36, all the Nazis get melted. That's a better world. I'm going to say this right now. Donald Trump opened the Ark of the Covenant on TV. That's my message to America.
He would love
on the
it.
4th of, I would love it. 4th of July, open the Ark of the Covenant. Poostu calling in. Poostu, you were calling in at the right time because guess what? It is time for... Oh, shit, I didn't put that drop back in. I don't have the actual drop. But we do... Or do I? Do I have the drop? I don't think I have the drop. I think I forgot to put it back in the show. I do not have the drop, but we are in double time. Poostu, everything is worth twice the amount. What say you? Do you want Donald Trump to open the Ark of the Covenant tomorrow?
Oh man, that would be great. That'd be so nice.
I know. I feel like he sort of did when he went to... Remember in the first term when he went to Saudi Arabia and he put his hand on that glowing orb with all of the sheiks?
I do not remember that.
Oh,
you should pull that up.
Chris, look up Trump glowing orb. I definitely want to share that with you. He sort of did an Ark of the Covenant type thing, but his face obviously stayed on. I think get in there. I bet you, though, I would bet you dollars to donuts that Donald Trump has been asking the feds to find the Ark of the Covenant in the warehouse. I bet you he thinks it's real.
Oh,
Stu?
Yes?
Would you like to play a little pre-qualifying game while we're working on getting that orb?
Here you go, buddy.
You got the orb? Let's take a look
you.
at the orb. There it is. Yes. Isn't that, like, so sinister looking? He's got all these grandees from the Middle East and North Africa, and he's just touching this weird orb of the world.
So that looks like, he's always Mr. Drain the Swamp. If anything looks like some fucking whatever that grove is in San Francisco.
Oh, Bohemian Grove. Yes. Yeah.
That's the Bohemian Grove out of the picture.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to me that, like, a picture like this exists, and yet, like, white supremacists are like, this is our guy. I guess they do.
Nazis always love the guy with the orb.
That's true. That's true. They love the orb. Open the Ark of the Covenant. Donald Trump. Do it for 4th of July. Poostu, would you like to play a little pre-qualifying game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to play one of our classics, or you want to play the new one?
Dealer's choice.
You know we do have that all correct ready.
That's true. That's true. I think we'll play it. We'll play it no matter the outcome of this game. But Poostu, while we have you on the line, I'd like to hear your live reaction to...
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X.
There it is, Poostu. Big Grimace. Do we think this is from an R-rated movie or an X?
That's an X-rated Grimace, I think.
You're thinking X. Bone Amputee's going R. Chris is going R, too. I'll be going R. The Doctor himself, Pelican Yawning, going R. This is my new favorite bit of lore.
I'm actually gonna... I'm updating Pelican Yawning's name in our leaderboard and Ted Pelican Yawning MD.
Yes, please do. Please do. Shifty going X. Shifty definitely knows his point. Sun King also going X. Sun King, real preternatural ability in this game. Could be. Could be. Poostu, you've seen the answers. You still feel an X, or you want to switch to R?
I'm sticking with it.
Let's see. Who is this? It's PG. This is Chuck Norris in Good Guys Wear Black from 1978. So this is after Enter the Dragon, but before he struck it real big. I'll give you that face again. That's Chuck Norris.
Like, that person is Chuck Norris?
That is Chuck Norris getting hit in the stomach in Good Guys Wear Black.
It looks like Jeff Foxworthy.
It does. It does. Now you've given me the unfortunate mental image of Jeff Foxworthy in a porno. -2 points, Boost. But I will give you 2 college credits. -2 points, but 2 college credits, bringing you to 39 college credits.
Hell yeah.
You don't deserve it because you lost, but I will, just because, you love this game, and we have a special 4th of July flavored version of this. You want to play The Price is All Correct?
I'd love to play The Price is All Correct.
Let's do it, Stu.
From the Sears and Roebuck Fall and Winter Catalog of 1967, it's The New Price is All Correct. The Sears Corporation is not in any way affiliated with this program.
So like I mentioned, all of the items here, I went through the whole catalog, all like 1,500 pages of it, and I picked out what were the most American items. And let's take a look at the first one. There you have it, Old Glory itself, a nylon American flag, 18-foot, and an 18-foot pole kit comes with it. A nylon 5-foot by 8-foot 50-star flag that surpasses government specifications. We even had nylon thread to sew the embroidered stars and stitch the hems. Has the strength to withstand most weather conditions while retaining the beauty of an indoor flag. Fast drying, and won't it look grand from our 18-foot 3-piece steel pole complete with zinc-plated pulley, cleat, and rope, gold-colored vinyl top ball ornament, and white enamel finish. The shipping weight of the flag and pole are 21 pounds. What do you think, Stu? What is the price on this?
Man, the 60s economy is always so confusing for me.
It is. It's tough. Visco in 1776. I love that. 1 point for Visc for that Americana.
I'm gonna guess 1777 and go with my normal.
You're gonna go prices right. Shifty's going 37. We're all Django. Nice to see you. I don't think he's popped into the chat so far. 1776 there as well. Can't give you points because we already saw that. You think 1777 for a... What were some frame of references, Chris? What did stuff cost in this world? I think the go-kart was like $150, right?
Yeah.
We had, this is a 21-pound... It's the pole, too. 18-foot pole. I think that like vapor mask for the face, that was like $40. The Snooki mask was like, I don't know, 2 or 3. We saw some underwear that was like 2 or 3. Dr. Yawning going 90 freedom dollars.
I think that Shifty feels close to me. I feel like it's probably around $40.
You're thinking $40. Stu, you want to stick with 1777?
Yes, I do.
Let's see it. It is $30.87. For
Darn.
reference, the flag more expensive than the pole. $19.89. There was a cotton flag that cost substantially less. This is the biggest nylon flag they have. $19.89. The pole, $10.98. Who has it, Chris? Who's closest without going over?
It looks like 1776 is actually our closest without
No.
going over.
Pooh Stew has 1777.
Oh, all right, Pooh, it's all you.
Way off! Shifty much closer, but he was over. Shifty swinging too hard for the fences. That's going to be 20 points for Pooh Stew. Shall we take a look at the next item, Stu?
Yes, please.
Look at this American extra heavy duty rider. When you're doing extra duty, extra rugged construction plus exceptional handling ease. This is why our best craftsman rider, for the big jobs and for the small ones as well. A long life 4-cycle engine has a cast iron block instead of aluminum roller bearings at both ends of the crankshaft, headlights and taillights, visual gas gauge, 3 forward speeds, reverse, neutral, Zerk fittings on the front wheels. This thing has a shipping weight of 571 pounds. You could really do damage to a child with this. The Craftsman extra heavy-duty rider with 36-inch rotary mowing unit for all of your sitting down while mowing American lawn needs.
What is a Zerk? What is a Zerk
I have
fitting?
no idea what a Zerk... Do you know, Stu, what a Zerk fitting is?
I have no idea what a Zerk fitting is.
Yeah. I feel like...
it just means it's a... Oh, my God. Also known as a grease Zerk or a grease nipple.
All right. It's a grease nipple. We may have seen a couple of those in Rated R, Rated X. What do you think, Stu? What do you think this thing costs? Shifting says $198.
I think he's way off. This is a piece of heavy machinery.
I like how Rual knows what a Zerk is. It's probably for grease.
Stu, would you like to hear a little behind-the-scenes factoid about Desperate Losers?
Yes, of course.
So part of the reason that I came up with Rated R or Rated X was because I was combing through ancient pornographic films for the music. Because a lot of it can play on air. And what we are listening to right now is a track from a 1960s movie called Way Out Topless.
Whoa.
Yeah. $300 from the Doctor, $5.99 from Raw Django. That would be the most money we've ever seen an item cost in the Sears catalog. But then again, this is 571 pounds. For reference, that weighs more than the cast iron stove from the turn of the century.
It's got an engine, and it's got, blades and moving parts. And
it's got 2 greased nipples?
Yes. 2 greased wheel nipples.
So
I'm gonna guess $666.
Ooh!
Wow!
Satanism is an American institution. 2 points for that patriotism. You hear about Satanism from Europe. It does not have the flair of American Satanism. 333 from Bone Amputee. Going half Satan. Sun King at 510, Visk at 269. We love to see it. Let's take a look. I feel like we got the guesses in. $659.95. Ooh, just over, but so close, Pooh Stew.
Does that mean that
who's closest without going over?
I think Rual Django.
Wow! What was Raw Django's guess?
$599.
God damn! 20 points for Raw Django.
Nice work, man.
Yeah, and to our 2 YouTube viewers, thank you for watching. You can throw your guesses in the chat. They will pop up here too. And you could win some points. In fact, YouTubers, if you're a new YouTube chatter, I'm going to say 25 points just for a first-time chat. $659 on the extra heavy-duty rider. Let's take a look at the last item in the regular play of The Price is All Correct. the most American item of all we have to offer, the Ted Williams certified M1 carbine 22-shot BB gun, styled after the rugged combat-tested M1 carbine down to the fully adjustable rear peep sight, cocks at the shoulder so you never have to take your eyes off the target. High velocity action slams out BBs for blinking accuracy every time. Heavy duty steel barrel adds a heft feel for the real McCoy. Handsomely finished hardwood stock. Internal magazine holds 22 shots. The removable clip holds 270 more in reserve. You could be doing almost 300 shots with just what you see here. You could really fuck up some neighbors with this 22-shot BB gun. Certified by Ted Williams himself. Baseball legend, Ted Williams. Pustu, what do you think?
So the 60s were a time when guns were readily available and inexpensive. And this is a BB gun, not a real gun.
Exactly.
I'm going to guess $15.
$15. Ooh, I like it. Bon Appetit going $49.50. Bon Appetit really believes in the quality here.
I mean, it does have the feel of the real McCoy.
It does have the feel of the real McCoy, and this is also in the midst of the Vietnam War. So these little boys are playing Vietnam War, basically, with these BB guns.
Oh my god.
Fisk Conan with $32. Ted Williams endorsing the Vietnam War implicitly with this. Sun King going $100. You know, if the estate of Ted Williams wants to come after me, I say have at it. That'd be great promotion. The estate of Ted Williams versus Desperate Losers. That's a trial. Any other guesses out there? Remind me, Pustu, where were you at? You had a lower guess.
Yeah, I guess 15.
15. I like it. Could be. Shifty going 22. Let's find out.
Whoa, Ted Williams was frozen.
What? 1850. Good guess, Pustu. Who's closest on this? This might be Stu.
This is Pustu. Yeah.
Only one that didn't go over.
Wow, you really know your Vietnam cosplay. And so does Ted Williams, who's frozen apparently, Chris?
So apparently, Ted Williams' body was moved to the Alcor Life Extensions Foundation, where bodies were frozen, to preserve his DNA, perhaps to sell in the future. But then they were like her daughter was trying to unfreeze him and get him cremated, but they kept saying no. And this is the direct quote: Ted loved science. Ted was not a stupid man. If he made up his mind about something, he did it, and fuck everyone else, the Herald said, quoting an unnamed source.
I like how they're like, I'll give you the scoop, but I do not want to see my name. I wish that instead of unnamed source, it was people familiar with Ted's thinking. That's always my favorite anonymous source in the paper. You know that when someone's familiar with a person's thinking, it's always actually the person themselves.
So when did this article come out?
I don't know. I like this though. You realize that Ted Williams making money off of Vietnam cosplay, getting kids amped up to go die in Vietnam, and this is 67, so conceivably some of these teen boys would have been of age to go die in Vietnam in the 70s, and he used that money to freeze himself. And the people who have his body will not relent. They will not give up the body of Ted Williams.
He is frozen in 2 pieces.
2 pieces? Where did they cut him up?
His
you think
body,
that was a space thing? They were like,
his body was separated from his head. They were preserved separately. The head is stored. I can't believe I'm reading this off CBS News. The head is stored in a steel can full of liquid nitrogen. It's been shaved, drilled with holes, and accidentally cracked 10 times. Williams's body stands upright in a 9-foot-tall cylindrical steel tank filled with liquid nitrogen.
I gotta say, they're cracking his head a bunch of times. I think the daughter has cause to want this body back. I'm just putting it out there.
Time.
I'm putting it out there. Wow, Ted Williams. Would not have figured that he was cryogenically frozen. But I like it.
When
for
did he
him.
die?
July 5th, 2002.
Oh, so this is recent cryogen. So, like, they have cracked this head. How many times was it? 10, Chris?
10 times, yeah.
So, in 23 years, they're cracking his head like every 2 years. Oh, well. Anyway, you want to take a look at the bonus game, Stu? Decide if you want to play it?
Yeah.
This is that most American game of all, inflation. I'm going to show you an item that was in the Sears 1902 catalog and then in the 1967 catalog. I'm going to show you the price that it had in 1902. And then you're going to tell me what the price was in 1967. Would you like to play this game?
Yeah.
How much would you like to wager?
How many points have I won today?
Well,
For
right
this
now,
game, I
Stu, you have 1,162 score points. You have 1,142 spending points. You don't have to bet them all. I'm going to allow you to pick how much you want to bet on this game of inflation.
Let's bet 51 points.
Are these spending points or score points?
Both. Fuck it.
You're going both. I like it. I like it. Let's take a look. All right. So we are looking at a camera. In 1902, the most expensive camera in the Sears catalog was $2337. We're looking at the TLS 35mm single reflex camera. This is the most expensive camera in the Sears catalog. If you get within $5 of this, I'm going to give you 100 points on top of doubling what you bet. If you get within 50, get within 10 points, I'll give you 50. You get within 50, get within $10, I give you the 50. You get within 20, I will give you 25 on top of the double. But if you are not within $30, you're going to lose the points you bet.
Okay.
I cannot take guesses from chat on this. This is solely a Poostu game. Do you want that? You want me to punch in for this? You need to see this camera a little closely.
Sure.
All right, there it is. It's a nice camera. It looks like it's a knockoff of maybe a Pentax from the 60s, which would have been a very high-end camera in the 60s.
I like that it's Sears branded.
Yes. In fact, I think this probably is a Pentax camera that has just been rebranded Sears. I think that's my guess on this. I don't know that for certain, but that would be my best estimate here.
I'm gonna say $200.
$200. Ooh, I like it. $200, real nice flat number. So from 1902, 2337, $200 in 1967. You feeling firm about that answer?
Yeah.
Let's do it. $197. Holy shit, Stu! That's gonna double your points. You're within $5, so you are gonna get 100 points on top of that. This is not about going over, Chris. This is just about being close.
Okay.
He's gonna double those points. He's gonna get 100 on top of that. Does that put Stu at the top of the leaderboard?
Wait, so he's 100 points?
On top of his bet.
So 120 points?
But no, your bet was like 50 something. What was your bet, Stu?
Oh.
It was 51.
So he's going to get 151. No, 202 points, which we are in double time. This is 404 points. That's definitely going to put Poostu in the lead. Holy shit. Stu, this is like...
Wow.
I don't think anyone has ever earn this many points off of a game. I mean, maybe off of like a first-time call, but this is even more. This might be the most points anyone has ever won in one like
That is
little
true.
volley. Holy shit. Stu, I don't want to let you go. I feel like you're having great luck. I'm going to give you the rest of these cards. Let's see how well you do. Stay on the line.
All right.
We're going to open this up to chat. I'm going to need, let's do them all, right? We've got
10 numbers?
7 numbers on each of them. So I need 14 numbers from
Christ.
everybody right now. This is going to make Chris's life a living hell. We're doing double points on these. 20 points for every single correct answer. Give me 14 numbers, Pustu.
I'm typing them out so that I can make it easier for.
Well, read them out to me too. I'm gonna put them into our little thing.
Okay, 1, 11, 18, 22, 33, 44, and then I guess 6, 7, 8, 17, 25. How many more numbers do I have?
Hold on, let me count them. 1, 2. I need 3 more numbers from you.
Okay, let's do 3.
3.
31 and 30.
30. I like it. Stu, here are your numbers. We definitely got to make a clip of Stu winning. What was it? 404 points. That was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Get those answers in, chat. Get those 14 numbers. Drive Chris fucking insane. Making so much work for you, Chris. You're really gonna double pay for you today.
Oh, so what's 0 times 2?
I don't know. You know I don't do math.
Well, obviously I don't either for the amount of trials we've had.
No, I mean, obviously we're not doing math on this show. We are $2,215.69. Nice. In the hole.
Nice. 69 in the hole.
You got any big plans for the 4th, Stu?
I am traveling on the 4th to a wedding that's on the 5th.
Wow. So
Wow,
here's
who's
what
doing a
I'm
wedding?
hoping for you at this wedding. I'm hoping that as your friends or family, whoever's wedding this is, as they are making a covenant to each other, that Donald Trump is opening the Ark of the Covenant and having his face melted off. That is my hope. 19 people on Twitch, 1 on YouTube. Get those guesses in. This is the most we've ever scratched in one go. Everybody who throws numbers in is just complicating shit for our good friend Chris Creature. I will definitely zoom in on your face, Chris, as you struggle to figure out who won.
Shut up.
Let's take a look at the winning numbers first. We'll do it
It's
a little
also-
bit at a time, so you have to do it all
It's
at
also
once.
double points, which is...
It's also double points. So it's 20 points for every single person who gets one of these right. Wild stuff. We're getting loose because we won some money. Stu won a shit ton of points. We're looking at 11. That's 20 points for Stu. And anybody else who picked an 11.
Sun
That's
King
a
and
very common number.
Oh my god.
Stu's like the
I think
progenitor of 11.
everybody,
Yeah, that's like
it
everyone,
looks
right?
like almost everyone had it, yeah.
Wow.
I don't see any numbers from Bone.
Bone, get in there. We've only scratched 1. Send us 13 numbers. Visk has 1 through 14, so that's going to do it for Visk, too.
Yep.
God damn. Chris, let me know when you're ready for the next scratch.
Oh my god. It's
You're
gonna
gonna
take
call
forever.
the pace. I know. I didn't realize what bad TV this would make when I made this decision.
The show's going to be another backpack. Just
This Pelican.
Oh wait, we're still in Praise is All Correct music. I just gotta end that game real quick. Alright, that music is off. And let's get our regular music going. Boy, did I create problems for you, Chris.
It's okay. We're getting there.
Getting there. Never again.
Sun King. Because it's 2 numbers for everybody. Shifty.
Two numbers from everyone. I'm just going to do a quick little thing here.
Really cereal. Sapphire did not. Bone amputee, of course. All right.
How you doing?
That's everybody. All right, so that's the 11.
Wow, I tried to while you were doing that, Chris. I tried to get ChatGPT to generate an image of Donald Trump opening the Ark of the Covenant. Wouldn't let me do it.
Oh yeah? Oh
Wouldn't
no,
let me
I
do
don't
it.
think.
All right.
Don't think it would.
Here's the next number. It's an 8. That's going to do it for Visk.
Sure
and that will do it for Pooh Stew as well. Wow. 40 points right out the gate. Stu, tell me about this shoelace date. What was the circumstances?
We were just going to the river. There's like a river trail.
Yeah.
And I got out of the car and was like, oh shit, I gotta tie my shoe. And she was like, oh, let me. And like, that's really nice. And she's a really sweet person. It just like, we'd only known each other for like 20 minutes and you're on the friggin' pavement on your knee tying my shoe. It just felt like a lot. Too much too soon.
Ever slightly infantilizing. But you know, for the adult babies, for the adult, this is really not an adult baby. For the adult toddlers in the audience, that would be a real solid move. Anybody who's into adult toddler play, gonna love the shoe tie. Was this an apps date or was this a blind date? How did this happen?
It was an app date, yeah.
An app date? What app, if you don't mind me asking?
Tinder, I think. I don't
Tinder.
know how anybody. How do you meet people otherwise? Like, your friends just introduce you to somebody?
I don't know. You know, my wife and I, we met off of, I think we met off one of the apps. But we actually went to college together. We didn't know each other then. And all of the people who we knew in common were people we didn't like. And so I was a little bit wary on my first date with my to-be wife.
I think that a lot of the best relationships are forged through hating the same thing.
They are. You know, they are. There's nothing that builds a faster friendship than disliking something together. And there's nothing that tears a friendship down than hating too many things together, you know? Hating something, it's like bacon. You want it in small doses because it's got a real punishing, diminishing return.
Okay, we got our next number ready. Sorry.
No, you're good. All right, who won points there, Chris?
Oh, a lot of people.
All right, I won't make
most
you
of
go
the people. Most of the people.
Most people won. Wow, this is really a terrible decision I made. That's all right. We're gonna keep going. Here it comes.
Everybody's gonna win so many points from this. It's just gonna be a bonanza of points.
It could be. Here's a 3. That's gonna do it for Visk for sure. Doesn't quite do
I
it
feel
for
like
Bruce
a
too.
lot of people just did 1 through 14. There's a lot of that.
It's a lot of numbers to pick. And you know what? Solid bet on these cards. What's the highest we've seen on one of these? What's the highest? We've seen a 16. So they do go higher. I bet it goes to 20. You realize, Chris, I gave everyone the opportunity to basically like just clean up here. I didn't even really think about the fact that this thing only goes up to maybe 20 and that I was giving people 14 choices.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, that's everybody. We can do the next number.
All right, let's do the next one. It's an 18. The lucky number of the show. Not a winner for us. That will be a winner for Pooh Stew. Will not be a winner for Visk. Get Vacky Savalas out here. Pooh Stew, what's the worst date you've ever gone on?
In my early 20s, and this was another internet date, I had a girl, I was living in North Carolina, and I was living in Charlotte, and this girl came from, she like drove a little bit out of the way. We'd been talking for a little bit, and she drove to visit from like the country, I guess, because she was talking about how she stopped for gas before she came over, and she saw a vagrant, a homeless person, and it like really freaked her out. And I don't know, she just was really podunk, like really had never been to a city before or something, and it really did not sit well with me how it seemed like seeing a black homeless person really freaked her out.
Ooh, boy. So kind of racist is the vibe here.
Yeah. And then when she left, she hit me up and was like, hey, we should hang out again. And I was like, honestly, I wasn't really feeling a connection here. I don't want to be rude, but I don't think a second date's going to happen. And she like blew up at me and gave me a good couple paragraphs that, like, you're the one that asked for a second date. I'm sorry. I'm not like being mean about it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. That was pretty.
God damn, Pooh Stew, that is rough.
That is, yeah. I 50 points if you read a song using those two paragraphs as lyrics.
I've long lost those messages. That's
I'm just
like
joking.
10 fun ago,
All right.
Chris, is
ready
it
for the next?
For you if I scratch the next three?
Yeah, do it.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. 17, 4, and a 9. This card is a loser for us.
Okay.
Pooh Stew, I think, has it. Hold on, I gotta turn off our...
Visk does.
Yeah, Pooh Stew's got the 17. Pooh Stew does not have the 9. He does not have the 4, but he does have that 17. Visk had some. We just gotta ring that thing every time, basically, because...
Yeah.
People are gonna be winning them left and right. This is fascinating content. We're losing people left and right.
I know.
But you know what? If they stuck around, they'd be winning tons of points.
Pelican.
What's your favorite game that we play, Pooh Stew?
Well, I'm a huge Price is All Correct fan. And
As you should be.
I've been trying to call in at the end of the show because I like that it's double points. And I like playing Larry King because everybody in chat has a chance to get some points. Like I like double points games that get points for everybody. I want to see everybody doing well. And fun.
I love to see it. I love that community spirit. Love that good, gentle heart of yours. Is there anything on the... let's take a look at the prize wall. It's been a minute. Anything on the prize wall catch your eye?
Desperate losers. Prize wall. Christ alive. There's only one hidden prize left.
So we got
that wallet.
The wallet.
I hope the wallet is... That's a nice thing.
Yeah. There it is, by the way. Let me lose the prize wall. There it is. This is a wallet made out of scratches scratched from these some of these. There are a lot of Florida scratches in here. This goes back to the earliest times of this version of Desperate Losers, and then some recent ones too. Some New York in here, and whoever gets this, gonna get 3 Kojak cards, and there they are. You got one with the entire cast of Kojak. You got Dobson in the mix. This qualifies as a Dobson. You got, of course, our good friend Roger Robinson. Amazing actor. Part of the August Wilson repertoire. And a good telly. Good telly. Sorry, you're going to say Pustu.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Have I broken 1,500 points? Are we going to reveal that 1,500 point prize?
I was thinking that would last for a lot longer. You are at 1616. We are going to reveal the last prize. I don't know yet whether... Eventually, I promise you guys, I will do another row. But I also want to give people a chance to get through these before we reveal too much more in the higher prizes. But yeah. Yeah, we are going to see that last prize on the next episode. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to have to come up with something. I thought I was going to have a couple weeks to figure that out. I was not banking on Pustu winning 404 points in one go.
I wasn't either.
Yeah. Look at that.
We can do some more numbers if you want.
Let's do it. Let's do 4 at a time. How about it? Let's see some winning numbers. We're looking for a 9. That would have been a winner on the other card. And we are looking for a 16 out there. That's what's going to bring us the money. Well, let's see the prizes.
Wait, so if we have another 9, does that mean if anybody had 9 in there?
No double points. No double points.
Okay.
You can skip the 9. We're just looking for a
16. 16 is new, though.
16's new. That does not do it for Pustu. Doesn't do it for Visk either. By the way, we already said this, but
does it for Pelican.
It's always nice to say it again.
Happy birthday.
Visk's mom.
From all your friends at
Desperate Losers.
I think we creeped out Visk with that last time. and we did it again. Happy birthday to Visk's mom, who turned 70 this week.
Okay, our people have got their points.
Everyone's got their points in. All right.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the next two. We're looking at a $2 and a $20. It's a 10. Not a winner for us. Not a winner for Pustu. Will be a winner for Visk.
That's right.
And a 4. That will also be a winner for Visk. Not a winner for Pustu. And not a winner for us. This is the most points we've ever given away in a day, I think.
I think so too.
The people best 1 through 14 are cleaning up right now.
That was what a brilliant play. What a lazy and brilliant play. You know, sure you missed the 17, sure you missed the 18, sure you missed the 16, but you're picking up all the rest of them.
I didn't realize that the numbers were going to be so low. I guess
I didn't either. I didn't think this through when I made the offer. I also did not think like, oh, Chris is going to be looking up numbers for 20 minutes.
I just want to make sure everybody gets their points.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, if you miss any, Chris, I'm sure we'll have a trial about it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Okay.
What's your date? I want to hear y'all's word date.
Oh.
What do you want to hear? What?
I went out on a date. I went on a date with this woman who she said, "Oh, let's go to this other bar. I'm just gonna go smoke this cigarette." So I was settling up the bill. She was gonna pay for the drinks at the next bar. When I walked outside, she was gone. She left me with the bill and just had left. Just shitty behavior.
Oh my goodness.
Although in all fairness, she seemed like she was gonna kind of suck from her profile. I was getting over a bad breakup at the time. I was making not great life decisions when I went on that date.
I mean, when it's rebound time, it's rebound time.
Yeah, and you don't care where those rebounds come from. You're sad enough.
Yeah, you just need some company.
Yeah, you just need some company. You're gonna be eating a lot of pizzas all by yourself with your shirt off in the middle of the afternoon.
That's kind of nice.
Little peek behind the curtain there.
You've been accessing my webcam, I see.
Yes, of course. We have top hacker technology here.
Let's do the last three.
Let's
three
just
numbers
do it.
there.
All right, here's the hundo. 14, not gonna do it for us.
Yeah, we've already gotten that one, right?
No, we've not seen a 14 yet.
Oh, okay. So Vis gets one.
Oh, there we go.
There's some other folks as well.
I'm gonna look at the 5 hundo. 5 hundo is 13. That's also gonna do it for Visk. And here we go. We're looking at that $5,000 prize. It's a 12. Didn't do it for us. This one is a
We'll
loser
do it for Visk.
for us. Yeah.
Nice
Visk.
job, Queef Nugget.
Whoa.
Oh, it's been a long time since I heard someone called a queef nugget. Wow. It was when I made those Geraldo heads last year. I really was just having fun remembering the kind of things that people called each other in middle school.
What were the three numbers again? 10, 12, 4?
We're looking at a 10, 12, and sorry, it was a 14, 13, and a 12, I think.
A 14, a 13, and a 12. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got Pelican yawning.
Oh, the doctor! The doctor's winning big points. Chat! What are some of your worst dates? Let's hear them.
Yeah.
Let's hear them. There's one date I went on, Pustu. I'm not a tall man. And I went on this date with this girl who, she I guess, we texted a lot. Seemed like she was excited to go on the date. She came very dressed up. And, like, I see her come in, big smile on her face. She's, like, super happy to see me. Like, oh, he does look like he does in his pictures. But then I stood up, and she saw that I was short. And then she ordered a water. It's always rough on a date at a bar when somebody orders a water. I will never forget the smile draining from her face after I stood up.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's really gotta hurt.
Yeah, I did, but also, like, I don't know. At that point, like, I was thick into the apps. I was going on a lot of first dates, It didn't mean much to me. It sort of was, like, immediately funny to me. I used to, when a date was not, like, good, when there was, like, not necessarily there was anything particularly bad about it, but when the vibe was off, I always treated them like I was, like a late night talk show host who was had a bad guest, and I was just trying to coax some kind of story out of them to make good TV. So I was always just like asking a lot of questions, trying to keep it entertaining for myself. Like a classic one I went on this date with this woman who was an Olympic kettlebell lifter. And she came in, and immediately she walks in the door, the vibe is wrong. I'm not going to be into her. She's not into me. She also ordered a water. But I knew that I had, from the top of this water to the bottom of this water, to ask every question I could possibly think of what the Olympic Village was really like. And let me tell you, Stu, I did. I asked them all. And I found out all the good stuff. Of course they're all fucking in the Olympic Village. Like, that's goes without saying. But the other thing I learned from her is that people would try to have sex with people strategically. Like, if you had someone who was, like, maybe a real competitor to you, you try to, like, keep them up all night before their run to, like, make them do badly the next day. So there's a lot of very, like, subterfuge, clandestine, like, sex going on at the Olympic Village, and it is cutthroat. If you're an athlete in the Olympic Village, watch out. Watch out.
Creature, you got any horror stories?
I've been kind of racking my brain. I feel like I've just sort of blacked a lot of them out. Yeah, nothing I want to share.
Yeah, I imagine your horror stories as a woman, or maybe
it's a little bit of a different vibe.
I mean, listen, if someone's weird, if someone's awkward, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm probably somebody's horror story. Like she we met at the bar, and then she talked about the Undertaker for 45 minutes and his career and how wrestling's like jazz.
That's a great date. That's a great date. And anyone who doesn't appreciate that can go get bent. That's the official possession of Desperate Losers. If you cannot talk about The Undertaker for 45 minutes on a date, get the fuck out of here. Like, blow it out your ass, guy.
Yeah.
Didn't know how lucky he was.
Yeah. I went on a date once with this woman who it was also one of those dates that wasn't going well, and so I just asked her a lot of questions. And I can't remember how we got onto this topic, but we got onto the topic that she didn't have any sponges in her house because she thought that they were like dirty and like contained a lot of disease. And so I was like, "Oh, well, how do you do your dishes?" She's like, "Oh, I don't do my dishes. I have a cleaning lady." And I was like, "So the cleaning lady can't use a sponge?" And she's like, "No." And I said, "Well, what do you do?" She uses paper towels, one at a time, folds them up a million times with soap. Every dish she washes is another paper towel.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you don't
That's
learn these kind of
bizarre.
things unless you're on a bad date. So, this is my advice to you, audience. If you're doing the online dating, you're rolling through a lot of people, make every date your own personal talk show.
I love that.
You're
philosophy.
mining for stories that you're going to tell your friends later. That's what I did.
That's really good advice, honestly.
And here's a great question to ask anybody on a date that's not going well. Ask them if they believe in ghosts. You get so many good stories, you ask somebody if they believe in ghosts. I have a friend who I gave this advice to, and he ended up asking this woman on this date if she believed in ghosts. And she said, "Yes, I live in a haunted apartment." And according to this woman, so they moved into this place, and they put like a bunch of stuff in their basement that they had access to just while they were unpacking. And like their boxes were getting moved around. Everything was being opened. Stuff was thrown around. Nothing was taken. Nothing was stolen. Nothing was broken. But someone was rifling through all their stuff. And so they go ask the landlords upstairs, like, "Hey, does anyone else have access to the basement?" The landlord's like, "No." And they say, "Well, like someone's been going through our stuff. And like at night also, like, is there a baby in the building? There's a very loud baby at night. Like, we're just trying to figure out what that is." And the landlord goes, "Oh, meet me at the diner across the street in like an hour." And they were like, "What?"
Yikes.
This is a strange thing to say. So they do, and an hour later they go across, and the landlord's like, "So the place is haunted, and the ghost she takes her
Told
some
me she
time."
doesn't like you.
Yeah, she takes her some time to get used to new people. This always happens, but she eventually gets used to people, and then it all calms down. Don't worry about that. And they were like, "What? You have to explain further. Like, you can't just leave this at there's a ghost that's going to get used to this." And the landlord's like, "Well, all right. So the apartment in the 70s used to secretly be a bordello, and there was a police officer who got somebody who worked there pregnant, and he drowned her in a bathtub." And the landlord was like, "You know that like weird wall that just juts out of your living room?" And they're like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's where the bathroom was. That got bricked off and sealed, and then we built another bathroom." So this place was so haunted, they bricked off the most haunted room, built a whole nother bathroom. And they're like, "Whoa." And so it did happen. Like, eventually the ghost got used to like them, and it all sort of went away. But like, apparently that's what the baby crying, that was all about. So my friend tells me this whole story, and of course my question to my friend at the end of this is, "Well, did you go home with her?" And he's like, "No, the vibe wasn't right. I wasn't really a match." And this is when I realized something terrible about myself, Pustu, in those days. In those days, I would have gone home with someone just to see a ghost, regardless of the chemistry.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, who doesn't want to see a ghost? Who doesn't want to see a ghost?
You can pass out on the couch.
Yeah.
You can go home and check it out and just
Exactly.
pass out on the couch.
Exactly. Just be like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'd like to sleep outside by the bricked off bathroom."
Oh man, it's like remember when I lived in the apartment in the converted hospital, and it turned out that my apartment was the morgue.
Oh, I guess I do
Oh.
kind of vaguely remember this.
The
Yeah.
first apartment was a studio in the basement of a converted hospital. And I lived in a neighborhood where there were a lot of people from the West Indies. And I came out, there's this Jamaican woman in traditional dress. And she was like, "That door you came out, is that where your apartment is?" And I was like, "Maybe. Why? What's up?" And she was like, "Well, my husband died in that hospital." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss." And she's like, "And I'm going to pray for you because your apartment is the morgue."
I feel like though the morgue is going to be the least haunted room, right? It's
That's what I was hoping, but that was
'cause
not the case.
no one dies in the morgue, right? Like that's like just a closet they put a body in for a little while.
No, but I did see like a weird specter, and there were other weird things that happened in that. But it was also a weird time in my life, so I could have been haunting my own apartment. You know how it goes.
Chris, did I ever tell you my ghost story from when I lived in Park Slope?
No.
So I lived in this old brownstone in Park Slope, and there was one night where I got a big job on a big show. I can't say what it is, because then you'll be able to figure out who I am. But I held like a big party to celebrate the fact that I'd gotten a job on this big show, and it was like I was being a good host. I didn't get drunk. I was just completely sober all night, making sure everybody was like, tended to and all that. And it ended at like a reasonable-ish hour because my landlord lived below me. So I went to bed, and I wake up the next morning, and I did what I still do to this day. I putter around on the internet before I make breakfast, just waste time, getting hungrier and hungrier until I can't stand it and have breakfast. So I was doing that. This is to say that I was fully wide awake in the morning, reasonable hour, clear-headed, not hungover at all. I am walking past the kitchen, and there in the kitchen, I see a vaporous hand over the stove. And I say, like, almost as if I can't help it, I just blurt out, "Oh shit, is that a ghost?" The hand disappears. I don't see it again, but for the rest of the day, things keep falling over. A bookcase collapsed. All kinds of stuff just kind of got messed up that day. Never had any other issues. I moved out of that apartment, never thought about it again. But when I moved into another apartment, I was just sort of curious. I was looking up, I was looking through the old New York Times. I was looking up every address I ever lived at. And turned out, like, one apartment building I lived in, like, Fats Waller had been born next door, which I thought was cool. And then in this one, at the turn of the century, there was a guy who was opening a window or something, and the window, like, broke and shattered and cut him on the wrist. And because there was no one else home at the time, he just bled out and died. Nice. And now I cannot say that I saw a ghost, but I can't say that I didn't.
I think that's a beautiful place to close.
Yeah. Chris, everyone's got their points?
Everyone's got their points.
Stu, thank you for probably the most historic call so far in Desperate Losers history.
Oh,
We
sweet
talked
to say.
ghosts.
Thank you.
You won a ton of points. Chat, if you are not doing, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks, Stu. Chat, if you are not following us on the socials, you're going to want to get on that. We're on Blue Sky at desperatelosers.bluesky.social. We're on Twitch, of course, at desperate_losers. We're on YouTube at the same address. The entire archive, every episode we've ever done is up there, plus some other fun stuff. We are on Instagram at Desperate Losers Live. You should definitely join our Discord. Chris, you want to drop that link in the chat?
Yeah,
for people?
absolutely.
If you don't want to remember all this garbage, all of it, even that link to the Discord, available at linktree/desperate_losers. And the other thing, too, is if you're not following us here on the old Twitch, definitely do that, because we are so close to our goal of 100 viewers or 100 subscribers, and something great will happen once we do that. Chris, any final words you want to leave us with?
If you've got a lot of ghosts, you just got to talk to them. You just got to say, "Hey, ghosts, you're cool, I'm cool. Let's just hang. Why don't you keep an eye on things, and I'll keep an eye on your stuff, and I promise not to, exercise you."
Exactly. Get on good terms with a ghost, people, and you're definitely going to smash on all your dates. Just immediately tell your date that you have a ghost in your house. They're all going to want to come home with you to see that ghost. That's our Desperate Losers advice.
The best way to get laid is
The
to
best
tell
way to
people your
get laid
house
is
haunted.
have a haunted house. Do not lie to your date. Don't pretend you have a ghost. Have a ghost. Have a ghost. And with that, we'll just wish you a fond farewell. Let's hope that tomorrow Donald Trump opens the Ark of the Covenant. So long, everybody.